Thanks everybody for joining the new local AdWords training. I'm super excited. We met so many members today's training. Today is about match type. So we go first to speak about match typing and then how you can optimize your campaigns for maximum ROI. So with a limited budget. And also we have some time for questions. So what are the four match types from Google? So exact match, phrase match, broad match, and modified broad match. So for each match type, we're going to go in the definition, and we also go over the examples, and examples actually will make things the most clear. So exact match is the most specific of all types. When it is applied, your ad will only show if the person is searching for exact keyword or close variation. Okay, it used to be only exact, but Google opened it a little bit, but it still needs to be in close variation, such as misspellings, singular and plural, stemmings, acronyms, and abbreviations. So if the exact words are used in the search query, but in the wrong order, if the search includes an extra words, the ad won't show up. So example of the search query is plastic surgeon. So if your keyword is plastic surgeon, of course the ad will show up. If your search query is plastic surgeons, plural, and your exact keyword is plastic surgeon, your ad shows up. So that's exact match. Now the next is the phrase match. A phrase match is more flexible than the exact match, but it's still highly targeted. When this type is applied to an ad, a person can search for a phrase with the keyword involved or close variation. Additional words can be said before or after the keywords. Okay, this is actually the main thing. Additional words can be said before or after the keyword, but not in between. So if your search query is plastic surgeon in San Diego, and your phrase keyword is plastic surgeon, the ad will show up because this is part of the search query. Same for local plastic surgeon. Okay, so plastic surgeon single is this phrase, so then the ad will show up. So that's the second one. The third one is the broad match, and that's actually the most reach with the least relevancy. Your keyword will match searches that are variation or deemed relevant by AdWords. Google is interpreting what the intent is of that keyword. This means your entire keyword does not even need to be within a search query. As a result, broad match can sometimes waste an AdWords budget. This is why it used to be used with negative keywords. Okay. So if the search query is cosmetic surgeon and your keyword in the campaign is plastic surgery, your ad will show up. Even plastic is not exactly the same as cosmetic, and surgery is not exactly the same as surgery. But the intent is the same. So Google is interpreting what the intent is. Look at the keyword you're bidding, and then will show your ad. Okay, but there's something in between, and they call that broad match modifier. A broad match modifier is similar to broad match, but more refined. This type involves putting a plus sign before each term in your keyword that you want to be within a person's search query. As a result, the ad will only be triggered if the plus sign is within the search. For example, plus plastic surgeon, okay, or plus surgeon. So plastic and reconstructive surgeon, okay, plastic is coming back because it has that plus sign, and surgeon is coming back because it also has that plus sign. Okay, now let me go over in an overview. So there are actually five match types if you include the negative keyword. So the broad match has no symbol. Okay, if you have the search query by ladies' hats, and the keyword in the campaign is women's hats, okay? Because it is broad, ladies is close to women, hats is hats, and um, so it fits this. It interpreted that the intent is the same. Now the broad match modifier will use a plus sign, so that means the if you use a plus sign before a keyword, doesn't need to be for all keywords, can also be only hats or only women's. Okay, then if the search query is hats for women, you see hats comes back and women comes back, and women get interpreted as women's, kind of the same intent. The phrase match is mean, okay, I want this within the search query. So that needs to be close, very close to the search query. So you have women's hats, and if the search query has by women's hat, that means, okay, this is the phrase match. It hits the phrase match in the campaign, so I will show the ad. Now, the most stringent match type is exact. Okay. Now exact is not 100% exact, but it's very close to exact. So if your search query is women's hats, okay, then and your keyword exact keyword is also women's hats, your ad will show. Even the ad would show with women's hat without the as, because single and plural are considered as about the same. Now Google will of course see if the intent is the same, and but most time it will. So negative keywords we went over in the previous training is I don't want to show my head. So if the negative keyword is women and the search query would had women, the ad would not show, but the ad will show if it is baseball hats, and because it doesn't have the negative keyword women. Now, I will give you more example to make things more clear. So, exact give you the most restriction, and broad give you the less restrictions. Okay. So if this search query is cycle store, then it's close because broad to bike shop. Cycle is close to bike and store is close to shop. Okay. Now broad match modifier, you put a plus sign to the keyword you want to get more restrict. It can be bold keywords, can also be one keyword. So I could do plus bike and then shop, or in this case it is plus bike and plus shop. So bike repair shop, okay, bike is coming back, shop is coming back. So this fits the keyword in the group. So the next one is bike shop, that needs to come back. So if the search query is bike shop, local bike shop, comes back, so my ad is able to show. Now the last one is the most exact, so it needs to come back 100% kind of bike shop, and if the bike shop has those brackets, it will show the ad. So if you are a visual person, let's do circles in this case. So you have a small circle for the exact match, bike shop. So my ad will show for bike shop. Even for bike shop, because single and plural is most time the same interpreted. Okay. And bicycle shop is also shown because bicycle is considered very close to bike. Then the next thing is the phrase. Okay. So bike shop as phrase. So local bike shop, my ad will show. Then the next one is a broad match modifier. You put a plus sign to the word you want to have included in the search query. So bike Chicago shop does fulfill with that, because bike is coming back and shop is coming back. Okay, you can do that for both keywords, or you can even do for one keyword. If you do the plus sign bike and keep the shop broad, bike is very close to bicycle, so that's considered the same, and shop get interpreted as store. And then you have the completely broad match, and bike shop can be cycle shop, can Cannondale, motorcycle shop. So there can be a lot of different. As long as Google thinks the intent is same, you're lesser in control when the ad is shown. Okay, a little bit more examples. Okay, so if the search query is gel batteries, okay, the ad can show if the search query, if the not the search query, if the keyword is the modifier broad. Okay, I want to have that gel coming back, and batteries is of course is battery, but also gel cell. Okay, so that is also interpreted as the same intent. Now you have also gel plus batteries, so gel can be kind of freely interpreted, so rechargeable, and then batteries. So you have the modified broad match with a plus sign for the keyword you want to be more exact, and give freedom for the keyword, which can you give Google freedom to interpret it as the same intent. Okay, then another way to look at it is exact phrase broad match broad for a negative keyword. So if the search is plastic surgeon, so if that is exact match, you need to have this as as part of the keywords. Then you have plastic surgeon in San Diego. Okay, then if plastic surgeon is a phrase match in your campaign, the ad will show. Okay, the broad matches will mean that Google interpret as the same intent, cosmetic surgeon, plastic surgeon. Google is seeing this as the same intent, so it's going to show your ad. Then you have the broad match modifier. Okay, so that means some part of the keywords can be one, can be broad, needs to be part of the search query. So plastic is coming back and surgeon is coming back. And negative keywords is I don't want my ad can get shown because I'm not selling something for free or whatever video. So in the broad match modifier, the plus sign can be for plastic, or can be for surgeon, or can be for bold. Okay, so just put it for the keyword you want to get. Okay, I want to put some restriction on it. Okay, so that was a lot of content, but luckily we can simplify it a lot, and I mean a lot. So when we collected keywords, we were not even considering which match type we have to use, because we make those keywords local intent. A local intent make it actually a lot of restricted that Google can or will show the ads. Local intent keywords are auto repair in city, auto repair near me, local auto repair. Those are all broad matches. Now, when you apply broad match keywords, you have to put some effort in the negative keywords. So you're excluding for free, for video, for books, for jobs. Okay, so you're going to exclude a lot. But if you do those two things good, make local intent keywords and have a good negative keyword list, you have set up that a winning campaign. So that is actually the answer to all those match types. Do you get this? So let me give you now a minute to respond with questions. So all those match type is kind of confusing, and when to use what and when to use this. But if you do it, if the 90% rule is use local intent keywords with negative keywords. Okay? So Then, if you get 10 clicks for broad match keywords, you want to see if you can optimize it even more. So you take that keyword but get 10 clicks per month and you add the phrase matches. Okay, you add phrase match, you add modify broad match, and you add exact match. Okay, so now you going to see how that keyword exactly is getting used, and then you will see if you hit the nail, you know exactly what intent is, you know which keyword will actually works the best. Okay, and you pay lesser per keyword if you tell Google when you want to show the ad. So eventually, if you have that match type correct, your ad is more likely to show on the top, or you pay lesser for the click. So once we have those keywords all set, most of the time you are running with a limited budget. Now is the question, how can you get out the most of that budget? So how can you optimize the ROI, the return of the investment, how much the campaign costs, and how much money you earn? Here are some great tips. Review the account with the following principles. So when you take over an existing account, or you go in your account every once in a while, every week or every month, you're going to look at those things. Local intent keywords convert better than general keywords. So let's assume you get enough clicks to consume the budget with local intent keywords. So then either you lower the bet or you pause the keyword for general keywords. Okay? So that can happen. So prefer to that local intent keywords get the clicks. If the service is provided at the business location, people who live close to the business will likely to use their service. So lower the target radius. Okay? So if you, let's say you have an hair salon and you do an AdWords campaign for it, and you're hitting the budget, and you want to improve the ROI. So let's say you put a radius on it for 30 mile. Now you're going to change to 20 mile. So the reason behind it is people are more likely to use a service closer to their home than farther. Okay, so you can see what will happen with a smaller radius. Okay, so exact match, broad modifier, and phrase match have a higher ROI than broad match. Okay, so this come back what we had a while ago is that we said if you know exactly which match type get the clicks and also get results, you will see that an exact match, broad match, and phrase match will have a higher ROI because you're hitting the nail. You're not telling Google to translate the intent of that keyword. So local intent keywords are auto repair in, okay, in a certain city. Local repair near me. So somebody is really looking for a service near your location. Auto repair in city, so that I want to look for auto repair shop in my city. So you fill within near me city, you make all those keywords local intent. And then you can apply broad match with, of course, a decent list of negative keywords. Okay, then the last tip is find out if desktop or mobile converts better and bid accordingly. So some services are just work better for desktop than for mobile. So if the searcher like to do some research before they going to use the service, let's say they're looking for a lawyer and it's not an immediate need, they like to read the website and go over certain things before they contact the lawyer. But if you have, let's say, an auto repair company and the car broke down, you don't care about which content the website is telling. You just want to give them a call. Okay? Then probably the mobile converts better than the desktop. Okay? Does that make sense? So you have to judge that per niche, and there's a setting within Google how you can adjust that bidding. Okay? Then the last step is you can look up within the Google AdWords campaign what the actual search term was when you got the click, or maybe you got the search term and you wasted a lot, you get a lot of impression but not so many clicks. So when you know what results in high click-through rates and conversion and what doesn't, you can learn from those search queries and optimize your negative keyword list. So let me switch to a campaign and show you how you can adjust the bidding for mobile and tablets and computers. So I'm here in a campaign, and then you click on devices. There's a column bid adjustment, and if you find out that mobile converts not as good as computers, you click on that value and you change the bidding. Let's say minus 40% in this case, but you can also do minus 10%, 20%. And then when you make that change, you're going to track the results. So maybe it was the other way around or didn't matter, you got lots of results. So you want to track since that change if there is significantly get some changed. Okay, maybe you wasted less of money and that's good, and then your budget gets spent on the campaign what needs that money, because most time it will hit the limit. Okay, so this opens for some questions, and let me know if everything was clear. Brian asked, does the phrase service near me cause AdWords to change the service your areas to be larger or smaller than what you input? If I put in 20 miles with near me, allow Google to change it to what the link is near me, like 30 miles? No. In principle, the ad will only show up in the target area. Now, nothing is exact, okay? Google works a little bit strange in those target area. I found out that the radius works the best, most accurate, but it can be 35 miles and it can be 25 miles. So there's a gray area in accuracy. But in principle, if near me keyword, no one ad, okay, no ad will show up if they live outside the target area, just theoretically. But there's a gray area, and that's just the accuracy from Google to show that ad. Now, Google, if you do like auto repair city and you live out that city, let's say close by, Google might think, hey, you kind of live on the border end of the target area, but I know you're looking for that auto repair in that city. They might conclude to show that ad. Okay, so Google try to interpret it, what the intent is, but in principle the ad will not show outside the target area, and not for sure not be. Is it better to add zip code instead of surrounding cities? In the target area, use radius. Okay, it just worked the best. I don't know why, but I get the most impression and the most clicks and the best results. Google ad system works the best with radius. Now, if you want to find out, does it work better in city 1 and city 2 or city 3, you want to define those areas still in the target area on top of the radius. So if you look on the results, you can see where the search in which city was located, and you can kind of fine tune the area also in that case. But to start off, use zip code plus radius. So Mike said, is desktop better ROI for high-end service like bathroom remodeling? Now, Mike, when you or your wife look for bathroom remodeling, would they type in Google and make immediate call, instant call? Or would they like to go to the website, check out some certain things, which service they provide, with models, with brands, I don't know what more, and then eventually they like to place the call, or maybe they ask more information via the website. So they go to the website. So that kind of answered that probably desktop is working better than mobile. Does not mean that you don't want to bid not on mobile, but it is likely that people still prefer to check first out the website before they're going to use the service. Okay. Garen said emergency home service. Okay, they want calls only. Correct. Emergency. Instant. Now. Okay. They don't care about what is being told on the website. Most time they not really care about the cost. They just want to get help. Okay. They are in a need. They find out on the phone how much it costs. They don't want to spend and waste the time on the website to find out. Yeah, less concerned about pricing, yes. So that is how you kind of judge in the beginning, should I do call only or bot or desktop, okay? So that kind of gives you an idea what is likely to work at best. But of course, if you have any doubt, another good way is check on your mobile and your desktop who's doing what, and then implement it. And if you are not sure, just test. Okay. So kind of, I think you guys get it on a match type. Enter yes or no if you understand keyword match types. Okay. So I see a lot of yeses. So that is kind of the basic. So in the training, I will upload the examples, so you guys have those, and I think those examples will show what the intent is. Then keep in mind, for local intent keywords, you don't need to so much concerned about match type. Okay, you just use them as broad, and you work on a good negative keyword list. and that's it. Okay. So with that, I thank you for your time and training, and see you on the next training.